Andrew McCart, IFLTV, delighted to be joined by, let me put this up a little bit, you're a little bit taller than Jake Lemon, let me just point that up a little bit. Craig Morgan, how short horse exactly, how are you sir, you good?
I'm not too bad, yourself?
Very, very well. Now I saw you up at Collins Gym last night as Lewis was spun, and you said you're fighting on Thursday, then you're out again on the 20th of June. Since that loss, you said up there at the press conference that pressure of that is gone, and it feels like you're enjoying your boxing now, you're enjoying going to the gym, you're enjoying getting punched in the face a little bit more now. Is that the case?
You know what it was, is before I actually did obviously take that loss, I was too worried about when I was going to take that loss, if that makes sense. I was going into fights, I was far too nervous, I was shitting myself type of thing. But after that happened, obviously there was a lot going on in my life, stuff like that, but I'm not going to make excuses. I got beat fair and square, quite tremendously. Hats off, but I got beaten the worst way possible, so now I don't care about nothing anymore. That's past. If I was to ever get beat on decision, ever get beat by a stoppage, that's nothing to me now, you know what I mean? But I don't even look at it like that. As of right now, I'm happy with my boxing, I'm happy where I am training, I've got a good relationship, I'm now with Craig Dixon, so it's all about just moving forward, staying active. I think COVID really did hinder me, because I turned pro before COVID, I had 7 fights, came back 3 years later, fought Brett Fido, 1 fight, then another 2 years after that, came back, had the fight, and then I got beat. So I think it's just about staying active, staying on the ball type of thing, and that's, as Craig was saying, 5 fights in the space of 6-7 months. So I'm meant to have another 3 by 13th of September, I think my last fight that is scheduled. So hopefully I could maybe try and get 10 fights in a year.
There you go, listen, that's a good achievement if you can.
100%.
And that'd be 25 and 1 maybe by the time you know, I mean, that's a good going. It's that old adage, isn't it? That old saying, that old cliche, if you want to call it, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. Is that safe to say when we talk about you right now?
See, that's the thing, I'm not really going to sit here and say I'm a dangerous fighter. You know what, as you said, I'm just happy. Like, I just wanted to be back in this place with the boxing that I started to love it a bit more, and I didn't dread going to training, dread trying to cut weight, dread going out for a run. Like, I'm enjoying every single aspect of it now. I'm enjoying going to my boxing, coming back home, going to sleep, eating healthy meals when it wasn't like that. So you could say that happy fighter's a dangerous fighter, but at the same time it's very hard to be dangerous at lightweight / super featherweight, so especially at nearly 6 foot tall.
I'm sure you can be dangerous. Craig, is there, when you have 2 fight schedules so close together, you're fighting on Thursday night at the Radisson Blue, and then obviously 2 weeks later at this big arena show, when you have 2 fights back to back, is there the first fight, is there a little bit of anxiety not to get that cut, or not to push yourself too much where you're going to get an injury, sore hands or whatnot, because this is a big show on the 20th of June, so how do you manage that, 2 fights back to back like that?
So that's the thing, like, if it's a hard fight, I need to go in there, I need to dig deep, I need to punch harder, I need to do everything like that, but because I am fighting on Thursday, I know that I've got a good boxing background. I could go in there, and there's not a lot of people, and I will say Britain, European level, when it comes to my boxing ability, I've won the British Championships at amateurs, I've got European medals at amateurs, so I know I am that level when it comes to my boxing ability. Maybe not a pro, I've not tested that out yet, but I can stick to my boxing, so I know that this one's just going to be a hard sparring session. No, I say it like that, but I'm just going to stick to my boxing. Just hopefully that takes me by, get the win, and then obviously progress to the bigger show a couple of weeks after it.
That being said, let's go to the 20th, and let's say, obviously, I know what you're like. Thursday, you're going to win. So we're going to move on to the 20th of June. It's going to be another fight in front of all these people. You always bring a good crowd. What can we expect from Craig Morgan?
A clinical masterpiece, as always. Well, I'm saying as always, apart from the one where I got beat. But besides that, if you were to look at every single one of my other fights, that's 14 wins, 1 loss, or 13 wins, 1 loss I've had now. I've lost count. But out of all the wins that I've had, I don't think I've lost a round. Yeah. And then the one that I did get beat, I lost in the first round. So if you look at that, it's a good track record. So it'll be a clinical masterpiece. I'm getting a bit stronger, I'm getting older, my man strength's coming in now, everybody's different. People get it at 18, look at Moses Atama, he's an absolute machine, like he's got it at a younger age. I'm just taking a bit longer to develop, so I'm starting to get a bit stronger now, so hopefully I can put on a masterpiece, and hey, you never know what can happen. I'm not going to promise a knockout because I've not had one yet. I can promise maybe I drop it, I'm getting dropped or whatever it may be, I might stop him.
Listen, obviously, you're happy, you're smiling. That's the good thing. That's the most important thing, especially in a sport like boxing. Do you know what I mean? It's a tough sport, and if you're not enjoying it, it can be dangerous for yourself. So you are happy, and that's good to see. So Craig, I am looking forward to the 20th of June. I've got my young fighter Lewis fight on it over there as well. So I cannot wait for it, and I cannot wait to see you back in the ring.
Thank you very much.
To get that knockout.
I appreciate it. Here's fucking hope.
Let's go. Cheers, Craig. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, mate. Thank you.